Okay. Oh, we on, buddy.
Well, hello everybody. We live?
Well, it's you are a little bit off there and everything, but it looks like you are. You can check it out if you want to.
I'm looking at it.
Are you seeing it on YouTube?
I can go on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Have you seen it? You looking at it? Stream health, excellent. No data. Okay, we're sitting there. Ah, man, there is some kind of a delay in this thing and everything. It's not coming out exactly when we are sending it out. So it's about a couple of seconds delay here. It looks like, because from what I'm looking at here, I can see a delay here, but it says it's live.
Well, let's move it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Huh?
Yep.
You can hear it. Oh, okay. Okay, let me change this thing, the scene right here and see what happens here. Okay, it should change there it goes. Hmm, Actually a little bit there. There's a lag and stuff in the stream there, but it says it's coming out very good.
Live.
What's that?
I'm looking at you right now.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Man, this is but it's a delay in it. It's not
No,
coming
that's all
out.
right. Let's keep let's do the show, bro.
Let's keep going on. Okay. Man, as I change these scenes and stuff and everything, it takes a little bit for it to come up. Change the scene again and see what the heck happened here. Go back, transition here. Okay, and you should see a different change here. There we go. Did you see a change?
No.
Yeah, you should see a change. You in the spotlight now. You see it?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the spotlight now. And as I go, I'll change the scene again. Let me do this. And you should see a change in the scene in just a little bit. Gonna pop up. It takes a little bit for it to do it. There you go. You see the change?
I'm not watching it on my thing anymore.
Oh, you're not? Oh, okay. They're saying that my bit rate is a little bit too high, but that should be a 6800, but that thing is at 51 something. Yep, it keeps saying that I need to change my bit rate.
Well, you know, people, you can see we're two old men. We're trying to figure this out. We're going live. But the one thing that, we've been doing this show for what, 7 years? 7, 8
Man,
years?
off and on. We did it for a little bit, and then about for about 2 years we stopped, and then we went back and started again last year. So it's been going on for a while. We probably got about over 300 and some episodes out there right now. So people go out there and look, they'll see it. A whole lot of information. A
In
whole
case
lot.
this is the first time that you watched us, and you know, we are me personally wondering why we don't have more subscribers. I see that we got only about 17, 20 subscribers. I don't know how many people is watching us, but you know, I'm sure people probably look at us for a few minutes and then turn us off because we are on for one whole hour every day at 4 o'clock. That's
Eastern
what.
time. Eastern time. 4
Now, the
o'clock
one thing that
Eastern.
you have to realize is that what we talk about is just about everything. We talk about a little sports, politics. Ed is really into politics. I'm into the corporate world and the business world. And we talk about current affairs every once in a while. We don't go really deep into it. But the one thing that we try to do is keep up with the community and what's going on, and then what's really happening in the policy making that's going to change people's lives. And we realize that both parties are guilty. One is better than the other, in my opinion. At least they're trying. The other party is just for themselves. They pretend they're for everybody, but they're not. So, you know, and we just two elderly gentlemen that try to, we think we have a lot to say. What you got, Ed?
Well, Ted, I am, man, I just can't get over this thing with our president and everything and what the heck he is doing out there. He's supposed to be over in Brussels, I guess, right now for a NATO summit, but I don't know if he realizes that those people and stuff like Canada and the European Union, where he's supposed to be at, where the NATO organization, that those guys and stuff are kind of putting him on the sideline. And he doesn't realize that he's being put on the sideline, that they are negotiating trade agreements, they are negotiating their military obligations and everything without him there and without him being able to say anything. And he looks like they took a picture yesterday of him and the whole group, and he would look like he was
Out of pocket.
really way out of pocket, man, way out of pocket. Everybody in there had on black or dark blue suits and everything, and he had this real light blue suit
Raggedy
on.
suit.
Yeah, and he didn't look like he belonged there. He looked like some stepchild or a uncle that they brought out of the closet to so he can take a picture with the rest of the family. But he is definitely out of place and stuff there, and he's trying to make himself relevant. But I don't see that relevancy and stuff there, and they're not saying anything to him. They're just letting him go rogue, and he's out there doing his whole thing and doing his news conferences and stuff, and nobody from the rest of the group and everything is there with him while he's doing his news conferences. And man, some of these questions these news people are asking him and everything, he's making himself look like a fool. And I'm sitting there watching Marco Rubio is sitting there with him and everything, and he's trying to bring Marco into this whole mess and everything. And he is just what they say that the hogs do and stuff. They be shit and messing in it, and that's what he's doing. He's stepping right in it, and he thinks that he is the greatest thing in the world. He's sitting there telling these folks and everything that they obliterated Iran's nuclear capability, but his own military is saying that's not true. That they're going to be back up and running in about about 3 or 4 months, and now, like the international community has said, Iran says this IEAE folks and stuff who've been doing their uh, overlooking what they're doing as far as their nuclear capabilities and everything. Iran told them, you all don't have to come back no more because we're not in this because you guys attacked us. So he just opened the door to those guys and stuff getting a nuclear weapon, which something that they didn't want to happen. And he had the nerve to get up there and tell those folks that he is bringing peace to the Middle East. He brought peace to the India-Pakistan war. And every other war that we had out there, he'd have brought peace to. He's the peacemaker and everything. And these folks are sitting out there in the audience, and these reporters are just looking at him and being stupid. So,
well, you know what he's doing. You know, this man has such an obsession about what President Obama has done, and he wants to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
it's not going to happen.
It
Go ahead.
might. It might.
It ain't going to happen.
It might. I
No.
don't put nothing past these folks. You know, because money talks, man.
Ted, you're talking about, there's a difference. There's the United States who are sitting there placating him. All of his MAGA folks are placating him, telling him, yeah. But the international community and stuff, Ted, has a vote and stuff on who is going to get the Peace Prize. Not the folks here in America. They don't determine who gets the Peace Prize. The international community and stuff does. So he is never going to get that because they're looking at him like he is a fool, Ted. I'm telling you, it is absolutely embarrassing to us what he is doing out there. And nobody has the nerve to come up to tell him that he is in our country. They had one of the representatives and stuff from the summit, and the host and stuff there came out and said something about Trump was the one that caused them all to come together now, and all of them, and I want to congratulate him for what he has done and stuff, and where he has put us on a new track to whatever future that we have coming. And the people in America, even the news folks in America, said, man, they are congratulating him, but the man was making a fool out of him. If you look and listen to what the man was saying, he made a fool out of him because really they are congratulating him for sending him off to the future without the United States. And he was the one that caused it. And that's what the man was trying to say. You caused us to leave you behind. But he thought that they were patting him on the back. It was ridiculous. And then to see our news folks over here sit there and say, yeah, they are congratulating Trump for what he has done. Yes, they congratulating him and everything to sending them off into the future without United States and stuff there. Because right now, we are not no longer involved in NATO, and Donald Trump doesn't know it. He has no idea that they have put him by the wayside. And
Well, I mean, this is just my opinion. I'm probably wrong. You're more astute than me about this, but the thing is that what we have, and this is the things that two things he's working on as far as his foreign affairs. This is his big foreign affairs. His big foreign affairs is tariffs and getting that 5% that he wants these countries to spend on defense. Now, according to some people, they say he thinks it's a due. You know, like you paying dues 5%. No, what they do is they buy military stuff and they can buy it from America. They can buy it anywhere. They can make it themselves. But that's what his big thing is right now. And then so forth. So he thinks that he's a very success. He was on Today Live bragging that a lot of these countries, he named about 7 or 8 countries that is he's working with or got contracts with for tariffs. This is his foreign policy. Whether it's good or bad, he has a policy. He got a program or initiative for his foreign affairs. I mean, what he's doing is pretty ridiculous. We know that because he's not being diplomatic. He has no diplomacy, you know. But in my mind, no matter what, they got an agenda. Their main agenda here in America, their main agenda in foreign affairs is to isolate ourselves to the world. That's it. And then just deal with this white supremacy in this country. That's what they want. You heard what Miller said. He said, hey, 100 million people, white people, is all we need. In other words, everybody else can go wherever they came from. I'm telling you, that's what he said, bro. You know, and let me tell you, I listened this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting here listening to the man who handles the budget and spends the money. You know what he said? He said, he was crazy. This dude, he cutting all kind of stuff and then tell a lie saying he's not going to cut Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and then all these other programs. He cut all of those people that left. Now they need more people, but what they're getting ready to do is bring their own people in that don't know half of what the people that they let go could do. He said, why did you get rid of all those people? Now you got to hire more people. The reason why is because they want to put their own people in there. Because they're too left. That's what he said. So he's telling people right up front, all we want is conservative people that's going to obey Trump. That's it. And that's their goal. And we sitting back here allowing all of it to happen. They didn't get rid of all the generals, black generals. You got a few still left, but most of them gone or retired, fired. All these programs, so many people. The only thing is, what I don't understand is, in my opinion, and maybe, you know, they probably shouldn't do it or they should do it, they should be having a doggone TV show showing hundreds of these people that got fired, thousands of them, for no reason. Doing their government work.
Well, I got a slightly different take and stuff on this whole thing that's going on. I really do. It's man, I don't see anybody and stuff outside this country and stuff who thinks that they really want to try to even make a trade agreement with him, because if I'm sitting here, Ted, and I want to trade with you, and I'm automatically knowing that I'm in the hole 10%. Well, I shouldn't even say that. That the American people who are buying their product is in the hole 10%. Because those folks and stuff who are trading with us, they aren't paying that tariff. The tariff is not a tariff, it is a tax on the American people. It's a tax on me. So anything that I buy out of that store, I'm paying that tariff. You are paying that tariff. Because it is a tax and stuff on us, not on the people who are trading and stuff with us. So it's up to us as citizens of this country if we want to buy these products and everything, because he has added a tax on us to buy these profit to buy whatever products that we want to buy off the shelves in the store, from Amazon or wherever you buy that stuff from. Everything in there is going to have wherever that stuff comes from. It's going to have a 10, 15, or 40% tariff and stuff on it, because that's what Trump says that he wants to do with these countries. Now, some of the folks and stuff, they say, well, okay, we'll send this product over there and stuff and everything. And they know damn well they aren't going to be paying that tariff, that the people who are buying these products and stuff from these countries and stuff are going to pay their tariff. So it's up to us and everything to really actually stop this tariff crap that's going on. Because in actuality and stuff, what's going on is that we're paying a tax.
That's
We're
true.
we're paying a tax for anything that comes into this country. If he says in the trade agreement, and I'm pretty sure that some of the people who are sending products over here, they don't want to be, they don't want to have to uh, tell their customers and stuff, well, you're going to have to pay 50% more for my products and stuff, when they're actually selling the product to us 50% cheaper. But because Trump and stuff has enacted this tariff, we're paying a higher price and stuff for it. I think that what's going to happen and stuff and everything, Ted, is that the people and stuff and everything who are trading and stuff with us and everything are going to probably just let us buy their products and stuff and everything, but they're not going to buy ours. You're looking at those farmers, if you're looking at the car people, you're looking at everything that we sell outside this country and everything, people aren't going to buy because there's a tariff on it, and they want to stop. Most of the countries outside United States don't want to pay that daggone tariff and stuff, or import tax and stuff on the product that are coming into their countries. That's why you see that Canada has decided that if they want to put a tariff on the steel coming into our country, that and they know that the car manufacturers and stuff don't want to pay for that extra price and everything, they're acting in actuality, anything that comes into their country from the United States and everything, they're adding a tariff and stuff onto it also. So it's like a tit for tat, but because of what he's doing, Ted, we're going to lose a heck of a market share out there. I'm telling you, man, we are not going to be able to sell anything that we have and stuff. And most of the things that we have that makes a lot of money for us is cars and some of our agricultural products. That's it. And we're in trouble. I don't like it. I don't want to pay that extra amount of money. So I just decided that I'm not going to some products and stuff that I have to have. I just have to eat that tariff and pay for it. But some things and stuff that I really want, like a luxury item and stuff, I'm not going to buy it. I'm done. I'll just, if I want to, just go outside the country and buy it, or hopefully I can get another country and stuff whose tariff is lower, because things that come out of China is going to be like 45%. Well, if China sends the stuff to one of the low tariff countries and everything, then we can buy the products and stuff a little bit cheaper. Or there's going to be a lot of black market going on.
Well,
underground economy is going to be thriving. Go ahead.
That's true. However, that's for people like yourself who buy a lot of stuff. I don't buy nothing. I don't buy nothing. I don't buy no new gadgets. I don't buy no clothes. I don't buy nothing. So it's not going to affect me one way or the other. And just the people to know, I was raised in Chicago for 14 years. I actually lived in Chicago for 16 years and moved out to the country. And I know how to survive. And it teaches you a lot of things about food, taught me a lot of things, how to survive. So those people that's, making six figures or close to it, you're used to a certain lifestyle and buying stuff and going places and all that kind of stuff. That's wonderful. However, I'm looking at the stock market, and this looks like it's going to reach another all-time high. So what is going on with the stock market? Now, to put my cards on the table, I don't invest in the stock market. I think it's a scam, it's a gambling casino. But in the long run, for example, if you would have bought Microsoft when it was 35 years ago, it was $29 a share. Now it's up in the 300, 400 mark. Facebook, if you would have dollar cost average, but there's no guarantee. But at the same time, if you got money to invest, invest. When the stock market goes down, these shares go down because they go up and down. And right now, that's the best investment that you can make right now in the long run. If these stock markets are constantly getting profits and making more products. But the bottom line is you can lose your money too, a lot of it. Because all it is a roller coaster. It used to be in the 80s, you can make a lot of money putting your money in the bank and draw interest off of it. It was paying 7 to 10% on your money. So if you had $100,000, you make yourself some change over the years. But now, the interest rate in the banks now, you'd be lucky if you get 2%. But in the stock market, you might get 20, 25%. But you also might lose 20, 25%. Now, when I talk to my old friend Ed, he always say you gotta own something.
You got to own something, Ted. You got to own something. I don't care what you're doing, own something. You need to
And
buy
I
something.
don't own shit. I don't even own nobody. Now, that's probably a good thing. But now I'm reading articles now. They run around here stealing people's property now.
Yes, sir. They are doing that. They are doing that. These foreigners are coming into this country, and anybody who owns anything, especially in these major metropolitan areas, they are buying up our properties. They are also buying up our bridges and our toll roads. If you go out there on a toll road now, the public domain does not own those bridges and those toll roads. They belong to private investors. A lot of these states and these cities and stuff have sold our highways to foreigners, foreign investing money, and they own these toll roads. Anytime you go on a toll road, you're paying something. I guarantee you, somebody outside this country has already bought it, and they have came in. They built these toll roads and everything so folks can travel faster and stuff and everything, because our country and stuff does not take care of their infrastructure. So other folks are taking care of the infrastructure, but they're only taking care of the infrastructure that they can control, where
And
they
make
can
money.
make money off of. There
And that's
are
the sad part about these two parties. They don't have the best interest of the American people. Right now, I just saw that they had something like, I don't know, in the 35,000 acres of federal land they're trying to sell now to these foreigners. Because whenever, if you spent over $40 trillion or more in the Pentagon for weapons and whatever else they use that money for, and not invest in this country, this is what we get. That's why we $37 trillion in debt. Because these people go into office, not all of them, but I would say a good 75%, maybe 65% go into office to make money. And it's a sad thing because we the one voted them in office. They don't have the best interests of the American people, because if they did, we wouldn't be selling off our land in this country to foreigners. Let me tell you, the Asians and the Indian people and the Russians and all of these people come in here and they bring in their money. However they got their money, who knows? Through drugs, through actual business. It's not actual businesses, a lot of them. And they got money and they buy everything they can. Because we're for sale. And these Republicans, especially these Republicans, that's all they do. They want to monetize everything. Right now, they're discussing monetizing the VA. They want to monetize everything.
well, they also want to, like Reagan did in the 80s and stuff. He wanted to have private folks and stuff to take over the duties and stuff what the government was doing. And when private entity becomes involved in something, then there is going to be a mess. They'll start out at a low cost and everything and stuff for us, but eventually those costs are going to rise. Almost like if you look at this Medicaid thing that they are trying to mess with and everything, they're trying to cut funding to Medicaid. Well, most of the Medicaid funding and stuff and everything goes to nursing homes. It goes to rural hospitals and everything in rural areas and those red states and everything that don't have enough money to have a hospital and stuff there because they don't have enough income for the people who are there to be able to keep a hospital going. So once they cut those funding and stuff out from Medicaid, those hospitals are no longer going to be able to exist. The doctors and stuff are going to be leaving. There ain't going to be very few doctors and stuff up there in Appalachia and to those red states like Arkansas and Nebraska and all those other places that don't have a lot of people and stuff there. They don't have a lot of revenue that's coming in that's going to be able to support a nursing home or hospital or whatever. So people are going to have to go to some of these blue states and everything if they want to go to a nursing home, or if they want to go to a hospital, they're going to have to go 200-300 miles and everything to find them a hospital. It's hurting us. So the ones and stuff.
Brought up Arkansas.
Why you say that?
Because it's one of the lowest successful states, along with Louisiana, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, they pushing to put the 10 Commandments in every classroom, public school classroom. So a group of religious people are suing these people because they're not separating government from the state, which I totally agree, because Christianity or Judaism is not the only religion that's in this country. So now, if you have the Ten Commandments hanging, what about these Muslim people? What about these different Asian religions? Because, you know, Asians go to school too.
Yep.
So, you know, the thing is that here's the thing, and this is way off, and this is the game plan, in my opinion. You're gonna have and I don't like to use this term, but this is what they call themselves: white nationalist Christians.
Mm-hmm.
And there's gonna be a Sharia type law, like the Muslims,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so therefore, okay, let's say if you lie, or let's say that you commit adultery, or let's say that you steal, and it's a petty theft, they might give you 10 years for petty theft. Look what they're doing to all these people now, taking them to other countries. Right now, they're setting up and trying to build something right here in Florida called Alligator Alley.
Oh man, don't talk about Alligator Alley.
And I done drove up and down that thing 50 times at least. And it's for real. It's an alligator alley. They got fences to try to keep the alligators from coming out. But every once in a while, they get out.
They walk across that highway.
Yeah. And you're going 50, 60, you're going 70, 80 miles an hour.
Well, they are planning on building them a immigration prison down there to house people who they pick up in Florida.
This is inhumane, bro.
Hey.
This is inhumane. And, you know, the people of America is allowing this kind of behavior. They're allowing this kind of behavior. But, you know, they're supposed to be so religious. Did you see the little scenery out there in front of the White House?
Well, yeah, I did. I don't know if anybody else saw it. It wasn't a large group, but there were a group out there, and they were doing their praying out there. And
and you know, this is not no judgment on them, but the thing is to me, is just so hypocritical. You know, you got a person that's in the office right now doing what he's doing, mistreating all kinds of people. Now, the law is the law. If you're undocumented, you're not a citizen, that's the law. Ain't nothing we can do about that. But the bottom line is that you shouldn't be treating people like, or basically treating them like animals, man. I've seen so many scenes of grabbing people, beating them up. They've done nothing to be treated like that.
Well,
They're working at a car wash, working in a meat factory plant, working out in the fields,
going to court to take care of their legal business and everything. If they got a problem and stuff in court, or somebody does something to them and they have a court date and everything because they got a traffic ticket or whatever, they don't know when they leave out of the house if they are going to come back. That's a hell of a thing that happened to someone, Ted, that you can't even leave your house because you don't know if you will be able to come back home.
This country is going in the wrong direction because the Republicans do not want to deal and solve problems. They don't want to solve problems.
Well, according to them, Ted, they are solving the problem. We got too many illegal immigrants in this country, and they want to throw them out. They want to throw them out.
Well,
and
you got
Trump is
another
doing
10
it.
million white ones that's not is illegal too.
We understand that, but
You don't say I'm
you
grabbing
just
them.
but just like you just said, they want to have white evangelical folks in this country, and that's it. As long
Well,
as your skin is brown, they're gonna pick you up and take you out of this country. And guess what? The Supreme Court has just passed down a ruling that if Trump want to take these illegal to another country that's not even their country where they came from, it is okay for them to do that. So if
Supreme Court is way out of pocket, bro.
they way out of pocket, way out of pocket. That is absolutely asinine what they just ruled. That you're going to take somebody and they came from Guatemala in Central America somewhere, but now if they want to fly you to Africa to a country over there who wants to have a prison and stuff for the immigrants, they are allowing them to send them over there. It's okay.
They said
So
that this is going to cost over $500 million, probably more.
they don't care about the money. It does not matter. They don't care. It does not matter. And nobody's saying anything about it. Even our Democratic folks are not saying anything about this. They are really not raising a lot of fuss about it here. Other than these sanctuary cities, nobody else is saying anything about it. They're not raising sand. They are not doing anything at all. Other than saying, well, that's not right.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, that's what we get for 89 million people not voting.
Okay, people, you just heard Mr. Harvey. All you folks out there who didn't go to the booth, to the polls and vote, you got to
You
own
have
this.
to vote your best interest. Do we like a lot of stuff that was transpiring when Biden was in office? And the only thing that he was transpiring, he was trying to be humane as far as these people wanted some kind of relief coming from other countries. And he was doing, as far as I know, he was doing his best to try to be humane to these people. And then, 20 million people is a lot of people. If that's what they claim, they got over here while he was in office.
Well, I don't believe with 20 million people.
I don't believe that neither, because that would saturate all kind of stuff, man. Because you got states right now that don't even have 1 million people. You got a bunch of states that don't even have 1 million people.
No, I don't believe 20 million people crossed the border and stuff. A lot of people did cross the border, but not that many. Not that many during his administration. Not that many. But Ted, we are getting close to the end of our show here, and we're going to have to do something, people, that we do after every show. I give my final word, and Ted gives his. So sometimes it takes us at least 6 to 7 minutes to do our final word, and sometimes it doesn't. So
well,
we
my
don't
final
start.
word is this. I'm looking at now. I'm living here in Florida, so I'm near Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, you need to pick that
And
paper up just a little bit higher.
The newspaper here.
Yeah, pick it up a little bit higher so we can see who it is.
It's a black newspaper.
Just a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher.
Black newspaper.
All right.
It's a black newspaper.
What's the name of it?
It's called the Sentinel.
It's the Tampa Bay
Bulletin.
Sentinel.
Yeah, it's the Florida Sentinel Bulletin. And I was reading, we always been asking about what's going on with Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he made some statements saying that he's doing all right. Can't wait till he get back to Florida and to his crew. To Colorado. He's still in Texas, according to this. And then I started going through it again, and I was saying, they got 2 or 3 articles on R. Kelly.
Okay, go ahead.
Man, this man is going through, bro. This man is going through. They put him in a, what they call it, a little cage or whatever they call that. And
Solitary confinement.
solitary confinement, people trying to kill him. All kind of stuff that's going on with him. Did he do stuff that bad, Ed? I don't know. I never kept up with a whole lot of it in detail. I know they was making accusations of some little girl that he supposed to have kidnapped and all of that, but man, he been in jail for what, about 10 years now?
Yeah, but when you get involved, Ted, in the legal system, you make a choice and stuff when you get involved in it. It can be a terrible thing or it can be an okay thing. Well, not okay, but it could be hard or it can be easy. Now, if he was one of those folks who had a lot of money and he's a political person and stuff and everything, when they send him to jail, what they do is that they put them into one of these places and stuff that you can wear your clothes. It's a minimum security prison. So it depends on what they want to do with it. So evidently, they must have thought that they wanted to really hurt R. Kelly. So they threw him into a prison, hard prison, maximum prison. If they're doing all that to him, he's in maximum prison. But maybe if he had dealt with this stuff right and he had to talk to his attorneys and they'd have been okay with the prosecutor and everything, they might have suggested that he go to a minimum security prison. Because you got Menendez and stuff, who was a senator over there. He got convicted and stuff with everything of a felony crime. I'm pretty sure that he's already been into the prison system and stuff now because they've already locked him up. But I almost guarantee you that he's just probably in one of them minimum security prisons. If we look at it, he's in minimum security prison. He's walking around with street clothes on and got his own little room and doing fine, and he's serving his time out. Now, if he was okay, then he could have called up Daddy Trump and negotiated a pardon so he can get out. I don't know, man.
Another thing too,
I'm giving out pardons to everybody now, so he might get a pardon.
Well, the thing is 2 people that's prominent right now that they're trying to throw in jail or trying to massive lawsuits. Headline: Tyler Perry is being sued for $260 million for some type of allegation.
Well, that's not a criminal case. That's a civil case. So he can't go to jail for it. The only thing they can do is take the money from it. That's a civil case. But if he's in a criminal case, then he can be scared. But he's in a civil case. And don't forget about our friend. Well, I don't know if you call him our friend, but old P. Diddy. The prosecution just rested their case and stuff with him. And the defense said, we rest our case.
Well, here's my take on all this. And I'm not saying what he did was top notch. Obviously, it's low bar. But the point is that we had a guy that had a mansion and they did all kind of stuff to these Playboy bunnies. And that's the one we knew about because he publicized that, because he monetized that with a magazine.
He did that.
There were probably another 50 of them that was going on, because we know about that because we had one in LA and we had one in New York. You know, they out there selling 2 women that were madams. So, you know, I didn't see one time that they raid his place. And I'm sure they had complaints how these women were being treated. And probably a lot of them got raped. Now that's allegedly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm only speculating. But I'm just saying, when you think about all of this stuff that's going on, it's almost like we're gonna keep the light on the black male with money.
Yeah,
if you got a little money,
he got the right. He got the right. He got the right color to it.
Yeah, what's his name? Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner. He got the right color.
You got the right color.
Yeah, the persuasion.
You do what you want to do.
You do what you want to do. Yeah, you do what you want to do.
That's why they say it's 2 types of justice, bro.
That's it. Just us.
2 types of justice.
2 types of justice.
And we have to learn that you know they coming for you. Just a matter of time.
Oh hell yeah, they coming to get you. Well, going back to TP, I think that I don't know about what's going on with that and what's happening and why that man feels that he needs to sue him for $260-something million and everything, but I don't know, man. If you got money to it, somebody is always going to be after you. They coming to get you if you got money, especially if you're a person of color. They going to come and get you. And a lot of times our folks and stuff are able to beat that other stuff off. I remember when they tried to take some money from Oprah about the school that she had started down there in South Africa. And I don't know how she got out of it. I don't know what the heck happened and stuff, but after about 6 or 7 months and everything, it was all over with. So it looks like whatever Oprah has done, I'm pretty sure she probably should have told TP, hey, brother, leave these folks alone. Don't try to be good to them and everything, because sometimes they will stab you in the back. And that's what this old boy doing. He stabbed him in the back because he's already got a settlement. He got a settlement from him already. He's just coming back to get some more money because he's greedy. Go on, Tyler. Go on, Tyler. Keep on making your money, my brother. Keep on making your money and keep doing right by our folks. Oh, that old boy. Did you
hear him on BET Awards?
No, I didn't. What happened?
What he said, he made a nice little speech. And he said, the bottom line is, he says, I'm the only one in Hollywood. I done made more multi-millionaire actors than anybody in every studio in the country.
He probably did. He probably has. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I would not doubt it at all. Because he is fair, and that's the way you get ahead. You keep being fair, you keep treating people right. Treat them right, and you will be treated right. That's why I think that this other guy who got their $260-something million daggone thing out there and everything, Tyler gonna fight him with everything he got, every attorney he got, and whatever. And eventually and stuff, I believe he's gonna win this stuff and everything, because he gave that man a couple of $1 million and stuff, and now he's coming back at him for something else. I don't know, but We'll see. Keep fighting, TP. Don't let them someone gonna take your money like that. You need to make some more black millionaires. Black actor millionaires. Anyway, people, we at the end of our show here. Thank you for watching the live show. I'm getting ready to stop this stream, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Probably not live, but I don't know. We'll see. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.